Hello?
Tom, this is Eric from This Old House. I'm calling to inform you, Tom, that you are the winner of our Search for America's Best Remodel.
Oh, sure, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
That's great.
Hello, come on in. Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Becky.
We're the Petersons. Welcome to our home. The beginning of the house was pretty tight for all of us and our son. He was 8 years old when we moved in. In order for us to move in and get our occupancy permit, we had to have the kitchen done, a bathroom done, a bedroom done. So we pretty much started with those rooms, and then it was on to whatever part of the house we wanted to see next.
We would go in and finish an entire room all the way down to hanging the pictures and putting the candles in. And that was really helpful because then you didn't feel as though the whole house was in an uproar.
There are things that really attracted me to this house that my wife and I talked about that really made us say, let's take a risk on this house and buy it. It actually was 900 feet down the road, and the builder was told by the township that they could not raise the house, that it's considered historic. So they actually physically moved the house. The beauty of this is that it sits on a brand new block foundation. Dry as a bone, just can't get better than that. We're here in our kitchen. This room was central as far as a place for us to come together as a family. It was a great room for us to start with because you do so many things in your kitchen, and in many homes it's a central gathering point after a home is done.
Really, with all of the equipment in the house, it was a construction zone. And it was 10 years of having just this central place. One of the things that I really love about the kitchen is that Tom designed it to look like furniture. So we have these nice contours and it makes the whole kitchen feel much warmer. This is a very special table to us, not only because Tom made it, but because the top of it was actually made from a beam that was reclaimed from a factory. It's about 300-year-old pine. So you can actually still feel the sap coming up. If you look closely, you'll actually see all the little marks from all the years of homework where our son sat here and did his homework because his room was one of the last ones we finished.
When we bought the house, this was a stack of brick from floor to ceiling, and it just didn't look right. It was ugly. I wanted to turn this into raised panel surrounds. You see it around the side, around the front, and around the doorway. I made all of this in the wood shop. We actually found the metal stars, left them out in the rain to rust for about 3 weeks before we put them in. The fireplace was all refaced and reflued. This is, without question, my favorite project. So here's our master bedroom. This room was actually made up of 2 separate rooms. There was a wall on this side of the fireplace across. If you do a renovation of an older house, you'll find that there's a lot of small chopped up rooms. This house had 47 doors in it. This part of the house was actually built first, and then this was an addition. And the reason that we know is when we were down in the basement looking up at the floor joists, the floor joist system was made out of trees. It simply was a tree flattened on one side and it had as marks on the top. We finish here with a dresser, and then that takes us into the master bath. We have a nice large shower, we have a double vanity, what we have is medicine cabinets and plenty of storage. Sun comes up over here, it's always just filled with light. This porch didn't exist on this house, so we asked the Historic Society and the Planning Board for Branchburg if we could make one addition to the house, and we spend hours out here. This is probably one of the best things we did on this house.
This is the best way to end the day. Sit out here and just relax.